let's get into this. Jay-Z put out a scathing statement reply to lawyer Tony Buzbee through not Roc Nation Sports. He basically said this man is trying to blackmail him and decided to put out a statement in his own words saying my lawyer received a blackmail attempt called a demand letter from a quote unquote lawyer named Tony Buzbee. What he had calculated was the nature of these allegations and the public scrutiny would make me want to settle. No, sir. It had the opposite effect. It made me want to expose you for the fraud you are in a very public fashion. So no, I will not give you one red penny, all caps. These allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one. Whomever should or would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away. Would you not agree? These alleged victims would deserve real justice if that were the case. This lawyer, who I have done a little bit of research on, seems to have a pattern of these type of theatrics. I have no idea how you have come to be such a deplorable human, Mr. Buzbee, but I promise you, I have seen your kind many times over. I'm more than prepared to deal with your type. You claim to be a Marine. Marines are known for their valor. You have neither honor nor dignity. This is the crazy part. My only heartbreak is for my family. My wife and I have to sit our children down, one of whom is at the age where her friends will surely see the press and ask questions about the nature of these claims and explain the cruelty and greed of people. I mourn yet another loss of innocence. Children should not have to endure such at their young age. It is unfair to have to try to understand inexplicable degrees of malice meant to destroy families and human spirit. I'm just going to drop down to the bottom. I think to me, this was a fantastic way he put it. I look forward to showing you just how different I am. All right, Jay. Shawn Carter is going full ablaze. From what the reports are saying, he's actually filed a lawsuit against Tony Buzbee under an anonymous name in California, essentially saying this is a shakedown from a notorious lawyer. If you don't know who Tony Buzbee is, he's a fairly famous attorney. He has so many lawsuits against Deshaun Watson, which has for the most part been settled. He also has a bunch of lawsuits against Diddy now, and now it is him and his client are alleged to be coming after Jay-Z. Mr. Buzbee did put out a reply statement, which I'll say in a second, or put on the screen in a second. But where did this all come from? Where did this all start? NBC Los Angeles was reporting that rapper and entrepreneur Jay-Z was accused of assaulting a 13-year-old girl in the year 2000, allegedly along with Sean Diddy Combs. That's what the allegations are. That's why he put out that statement. And from what people are saying close to Jay, that was all his words, unedited, put out by Roc Nation. So Tony Buzbee replies, regarding the Jay-Z case and his efforts to silence my clients, Mr. Carter previously denied being the one who sued me and my firm. He filed his frivolous case under a pseudonym. What he fails to say in his recent statement is my firm sent his lawyer a demand letter on behalf of an alleged victim, and that victim never demanded a penny from him. Instead, she only sought a confidential mediation. Since I sent the letter on her behalf, Mr. Carter has not only sued me, but he has tried to bully and harass me and this plaintiff. His conduct has had the opposite impact. She is emboldened. I'm very proud of her resolve. As far as the allegation in the complaint file, we will let the filing speak for itself and will litigate the facts in court, not in the media. Now, there have been a bunch, social media has been set ablaze. There have been a lot of different things weighing in on. I do want to think this is quite interesting. This was put out by a Roc Nation, or basically a Jay-Z support account. It says, on the night of the accused crime, Jay-Z was at a nightclub in Manhattan for the VMAs after party. Diddy threw a separate after party in New Jersey. I want to also add the context that a lot of people don't necessarily know. In 1999, there was a unfortunate incident with a gentleman named Un. Un got basically, you know, he he had a bodily injury one night and in 1999, and if you do know your history, he was indicted. Jay-Z was indicted for that crime in 2000, like early 2000, January 2000. They're saying this happened later on in the year. So you're telling me Jay-Z was out on bail and then decided to assault a teenager, risking his bail being revoked. Now Jay-Z went on to plead guilty to the bodily injury to Lance Riviera, I believe that's his last name, and served 3 years probation and blah blah blah. But during that time, during the VMAs, when they say he was not at that party but at another one, and he's out on bail for a felony, he's going to commit another felony against a teenager with Sean Diddy Combs. Don't get me wrong, it's far fetched. It to me, it is far fetched, but I can understand how some people don't want to give him the benefit of the doubt. He, people put on posts. He's put 2 albums out with R. Kelly or whatever the case may be. They came together, and R. Kelly has his own history, which is just awful, and that's the type of people he hung around. So is that really far-fetched is what they're claiming. So I can understand someone having that stance in that position on, let's not give him the benefit of the doubt. Let's just wait until these facts bear out. But it is very interesting how this is not a criminal, but this is a civil complaint. And then a demand letter came, and not necessarily an indictment for such a crime, just like what happened to Sean Combs. So with that being said, it's unfortunate. We're going to wait until the facts come out for sure. I'm just reporting it how it is, what's going on in the streets right now. It's something we're going to pay attention to and keep reporting on. But it is quite interesting how in 2024, something that happened in 2000 is now coming into play. I don't know how you necessarily prove that in a court, even in a civil court. You're going to get the person on the stand, the alleged victim. You can get Jay-Z, possibly. He may not testify. What are the other witnesses? What are the other facts? What are the other evidence that a lot of people are going to be looking at, including myself? So we'll stay tuned to this, stay locked to this. We appreciate you, Black News Network.